Welcome back to Big Fish in the Middle Kingdom. I'm Brendan Davis, your host, and this week's show is a very special one. I have a group episode. I have 3 people with me, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Let me tell you first, if you're hearing this, tomorrow night, there's a very special event. Along with several of my friends and cohort from Migration Media, I will be speaking at the U.S. Embassy. They must not have done a background check. I'm going to be speaking at the U.S. Embassy about what it's like to be a migration person, a migrant, I think that's what we say, in China, specifically an American in China. What's my experience, and also what's it like doing media focused on people like me and like my friends, because I'm here. We're in the show, y'all. Normally I do a separate intro, but I'm here with people in front of me. Please introduce yourselves. That's the typical protocol on a group episode. Start where you will.
My name is Chris. My drag name is Crystal Decanter. I'm from Sweden. Second generation Chinese born in Sweden. I've been in Beijing this time since 2008. And I've done drag for 3 years.
Hey, bitches! This is Michael Ty, also known as Tiger Lily from the House of Lily. We are here for you! What did you say? Okay, I am from LA. Also, Asian face. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. My parents from Taiwan. First generation. We poor as shit. So I came here to make some money from 2009. And we've been here. Well, I've been doing drag now at 16 because, I love heels.
So 3 years? Hey.
Hey, that's right.
She wishes.
Shut up, bitch. Who are you?
Hi, everybody. My name is Paulo Okiral, and my drag name is Lola de Jour from the House of Lily. I am not an Asian face, but I do love the Asian faces. I've been in Beijing for about 5 years now, doing drag for less than 6 months.
Wow. Well, I'm Brendan Davis, and I'm not a drag queen, but I have a feeling these 3 might try to convince me before I'm done. I would be so lucky. So, it's great to have you here, and I've got to say, this is a first for me on the show.
What's the first?
Having drag queens.
Oh, is it?
On the show.
Honey.
Well, at least as far as I knew. So, I'm really excited because you have House of Lily. Tell us what House of Lily is.
Well... Okay,
No
Tiger
pressure.
Lily. I will explain House of Lily. We are a community group here in Beijing where we like to take in those who need to find their place in the drag community to express themselves. And, whether you're a woman, a man, gay, straight, you want to put on makeup, you want to put that wig on, you want... the high-ass fucking heels and the fake-ass tits. We are here for you to give you a platform to come out and scream to be the queen that you ever wanted to be. And that is what we do.
Nice.
And yeah, it's nothing more than that. And we are just here to support each other and to love each other.
Well, how long have you been doing House of Lily? Or when did it start?
Well, House of Lily has existed, I think, only for like a month, 2 months maybe.
Oh, okay.
Right? But we've been performing together now for the past 2 years. Mm-hmm. Doing a lot of charity shows, over in Migas. We do Destination. We are now at Anchor, and all these different venues around the city. And doing it for Beijing. Parties. Private parties, tons of them. Oh, let me tell you, these straight boys, they love drag queens around. And they pay money.
They pay.
Wow.
So... we go where the money is and where people need us, and we do charity shows, Beijing Gender, LGBT Center. We do it all. But we just recently decided to organize ourselves and be proper human beings and adulting and, so that we
adopted this manager, Tiger Lily, to
Our
be the bitch that she is and fight for us. And it's been working really well, and we've had a lot of great opportunities and
Because let me tell you,
New
this
things
shit,
arising.
like these boobs and like the hair.
Well, you
it's
have to
not
explain
free.
that now because you see this does not have a camera
Yes.
on this microphone. So what do we have here? What's here on the table
Well,
besides our wine glasses?
We brought some cutlets. Our booty cutlets.
yes, chicken cutlets.
These are size D's if you've ever seen them off of a
No,
woman.
that's not D.
No, I specifically asked for a D, and this is
Mine
what
are
they sent
D.
me. No, you got.
In
I
any
got
case,
you
these are
E's, girl.
silicone titties that are fake that we like to just
Slap
use as
around.
our-
And I've got to say that they look and I'm going to say feel fairly real.
the
So under a
areola.
dress, that's very convincing, no doubt.
And,
Less convincing on my table.
Yeah, so something like this little piece here we have here costs about 300 to 400 RMB.
Okay.
And let me tell you, like this, being a drag queen's expensive.
What does it cost? So let's get into this. So I want to we're going to do the deep dive on when did you realize you had the calling? But let's talk about the fun stuff first. So what are the parts? What are the moving parts of transforming from three masculine fellas to
I think
three very
Crystal
feminine
the
ladies?
Cancer here can answer that because
There's work involved, there's pieces, there's technical things. that have to happen.
Normally, for like in general, it would take each person about 3 to 4 hours to get ready.
Okay.
We usually start by doing the makeup.
Start with makeup. Okay.
Yeah, start by the makeup. Really like packing it on because we don't want to look like a basic girl. Like,
Right,
What
right,
we do is like just
No basic,
heavy.
no basic bitches, basically.
no, basically.
No basic bitches. We literally just slap on makeup, like a pound of makeup.
Yeah.
And quite dark as well because you really want people to see it. We do that makeup and then we start tucking.
Right. So by tucking, you mean the distinguishing characteristics of a male.
putting them in a place that no man.
I
can
mean,
grab
now-
them.
Now, I would never imagine that I would ask this, but I imagine that's painful. Is it a thing where you just have to learn a little sort of tai chi to kind of
Scotch
Yeah,
tape.
like a little jiggle here, a little jiggle there, and it's actually kind of okay. It takes a little practice.
Okay.
Basically, you're hiding your dick in your ass.
Yeah, well, yeah.
okay.
Balls are going back to where they were before they dropped.
Now, could you be a little more vague and non-specific? No.
Is that the kind of show? I'm sorry.
No. I put the I put the explicit rating on this before you walked in the door.
Excellent. Good choice.
Be yourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
We tuck, and then those who wear corset, we get corseted. We do paddings, hip paddings, and then stockings. We put our tits in, and then we put the frock on, and the crowning touch is our wig.
So the wig goes on last, which makes
Yes.
sense. So in terms of this preparation, intense time, a lot of skill. How long did it take you, any of you, to learn how to do the transformation that you're happy, like to really nail it, like to really go, okay, I am ready to go.
All of us are different.
Sure.
Honestly, like for me, it came pretty quickly, but
Okay.
I also like have been aspiring to drag since I was a child, and also like watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and have been watching it for 10 years now, and I just
So you're
kind
getting
of
tips, like you're
predisposed to
seeing
it.
how people
Yeah.
do things.
Yeah,
Like, okay, I'm going to try
predisposed
that.
to it. So like,
Okay.
I started in August, and it took me a month before I felt like confident and was like, okay, I can do this all by myself.
Okay.
And now I feel fierce and like I can slay and deliver.
Nice, because and before you got here, because Lola was running a tad bit late, later than the other folks here, so I saw photos, and everybody looks fantastic, and you look completely different. Like you would be different people in the same room. I mean, you don't even look like brothers sisters. I mean, it's like you have a small beard.
I do.
So
yes.
that is like, and that's part of your. In the wrestling world, we call that the gimmick, but that's part of your gimmick or part of your presentation. So,
Trademark.
Yeah.
but other than that, I wouldn't recognize anybody.
And, we all have our unique little thing that we do. And this bitch here said that she's going to shave her beard if her dress didn't arrive in time for our Friday show. But hell to the fucking no, because we got to keep our bearded queen in the house. Otherwise, what? What are you? You're just not a drag queen. So you can keep the
That's
beard.
the first time you've said that, bitch. All of you guys are like, you're not a drag queen because you have a beard. All right, fuck off. You can't just turn the tables now. I do what I want. And I'm still the fiercest bitch in this room.
Nice.
Anyways,
So I understood there would be a little shade thrown. And I think,
an important thing to notice is that we, from head to toe, spend around 1,000 kwai.
I was going to ask what's sort of your
which
your
I
look
think
cost.
where that was heading.
Yeah, exactly.
Around 1,000 kwai, could be even more depending on how fancy you want to get.
How expensive the dress
not
is.
cheap.
And wigs are expensive as hell, right? I mean,
Good wigs, yeah.
Good wigs are expensive, yes.
Yeah, they're about 200-300 kwai, but then you got to get it styled.
I would think it would even be more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, some of them are.
Yeah. No, they can get expensive, but
Real hair.
thank God for Taobao.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
That's where I got these stylish shorts.
That's those Taobao shorts. You look great,
There
Brendan.
you go. It's 18 kwai, buddy. So when did you know? You sort of talked about when you started. You mentioned childhood.
Yes.
Paolo, Lola.
Yes.
When did you decide? Related to being in Beijing. How long have you been in Beijing? Let me. I'm trying to figure out how to organize. So you've been here 5 years. But you've been doing drag 6 months.
Yeah.
Had you been practicing at home? Had you been going out sometimes?
I've been wearing heels since I was 4. But
So in terms of
That's
Yes,
normal.
honey.
so what was it? I mean, what inspired you to do this in public? Was it meeting the right folks, or was it opportunity?
Well, no. Okay. Well, let's step back a second. When I was 11 years old, 12 years old, something like that, I was in Provincetown, Massachusetts. The gay capital of the east of the United States, with my lesbian moms and all their lesbian friends and their children. And I was walking down the street with my mom, one of my moms, and saw this drag queen Cher on one of those motor scooters driving down the street. And I was like, I'm going to do that someday. So that night I sat in my tent and I came up with my name, Lola du Jour.
Okay.
And then 16 years later, here I am.
Wow. That's a hell of an origin story. How about you? When did you sort of figure it out?
It's actually quite different. When I was younger, this was probably in the 80s.
Okay.
Colors.
Anyways,
You don't look a day over 30.
thank you.
You're welcome.
It's my Asian genes. Anyways, during the 80s, when we first came to China, we went to Thailand for vacation. Mm-hmm. And I remember very clearly we went to see their legendary Ladyboy shows. Mm-hmm. And when I saw that, I just got really scared.
Okay.
I was actually quite freaked out. I was like, he's a boy. Mm-hmm. Why does he want to look like a woman? That was when I was younger. Mm-hmm. But then, fast forward many years later, when I came to Beijing, I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race. And I kind of got the impression that, it's a bit more accepted. There's a TV show about this now. I had never really thought about doing it, per se. But after seeing the show, I definitely thought wow, okay, people are doing this. I got asked to do a charity event, and they asked us to go and drag. In the beginning, I was very hesitant. I was like, I don't know. But then I did it. And they asked us to do it again and again and again and again. And then we started performing. And I'm here today.
Well, no, was this a thing from work? I mean, they asked I mean, you a group of people.
Well, no. It wasn't for work. It was for an NGO.
Okay. You may not want to get into maybe ancient history, but the point is, you were asked to do this, and you sort of, not because you were known as a drag queen.
No,
it was y'all put on a show. Drag, and you're like,
the first time wasn't really a show. They just wanted us to show up there and drag.
Okay.
And just mingle with the people.
Copy that.
Because back then there weren't really any shows. Mm-hmm. What I can remember.
No.
Yeah. This was in 2000.
Super new.
3 years ago.
Yeah. No really official shows. So House of Lily is bringing the official shows.
Right. And so lean on a little closer to the mic there. So how long have you been, you said since you were 16. And you're not 16 now. Okay, so
sorry.
If that look could translate on the mic, it would be golden, but it doesn't. But I think that would be shade. So you've been doing this a while. When did you decide that this was something you wanted to do, publicly? When did you want to perform? Because you're a business guy, like you do business stuff.
Sure.
Other than this, you do totally unrelated to this.
Bunch of other shit.
Right, bunch of other stuff.
This is the one thing that actually makes me happy, I think. And no, I never decided.
But that's
to
like
do
this podcast for me. I mean, this cost me money. Money's literally like imagine me throwing dollar bills off the window as we sit here. That's what's happening right now. But it's my pleasure. You brought wine, so it all works out. It all works out. So please continue.
And well, I never decided this is what I wanted. I just did it. I was 16. Someone says, I'm from LA, and someone in UCLA at the time said, I'm doing a gay prom. You want to come with me? And I said, yeah, all right. I guess I'll be the woman. Yeah. And I made a name for myself, and I went in a Vietnamese, I guess they're not called cheap house, but
but like the traditional
traditional Vietnamese dress. I went in all blue, and I was like,
dude, that's racist. I'm kidding.
I got an Asian face. I do whatever I want about Asian anything. So and then I went and I said,
I know my Asians. You're not Vietnamese.
I said, I look fucking good.
For the record, I've made 2 drag queens lose their shit, so my work here is done. Okay, please continue.
And I said, I look hot, right? And I'm good, and I love this. And honestly, I love the attention I get while I'm a drag queen. And that's why I put that wig on, because the second I do that, everyone goes, ooh, you're beautiful, you're great. And I'm like, yeah, I know, thanks. And then that's why I do it. So that's me.
Awesome. So let's talk about something. Hopefully this question will be as fun as these are. What brought you to China? And whether you want to be general or specific, depending on what your work deal is, in terms of you like it or you don't like it. But what brought you to China? Just anybody. We'll start with anybody. But no one gets off the hook.
Okay, simple. I mean, you can look at me and know that I teach English in this.
Oh, how do I know that? How do I know that by looking at you?
The lack of an Asian face. I don't know.
Oh, copy that.
No, but yeah, I came here to teach English 5 years ago, planning to work at a kindergarten for 1 year. And
you got sucked in.
Got sucked into Beijing.
Nice.
It's either you really hate it and you leave 6 months before your first contract's over, or you fall in love and you stay forever. So
awesome. And
I'm on the other end, obviously.
What's and this will be the same sequence for everybody. Basically, what do you like about it here?
It's much cheaper than my home.
Is Provincetown home, or that's just where you were?
Connecticut.
Okay.
I love the people here. I love the fact that it's so diverse. There's so many different kinds of people. A lot of foreigners like to generalize about Chinese people. I prefer to see the fact that there's so many different kinds of Chinese people, and I love that. I also love the food.
Mm-hmm. Food's pretty awesome.
I think you can see. I'm a little bigger.
You can see who you're talking to. I've gained 75 pounds since I moved here. So
okay, I love the food. I love the culture. I love 5,000 years of history. That's amazing to me. I'm always learning new stuff, and it's you can't beat it. It's home for me now.
Awesome.
I just want to mention that sounds like white guilt right there. That was so politically fucking correct.
Oh, that was just how I feel, you bitch.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
So I am here because I met my husband.
Oh, so you're next?
Oh, yeah, I'm next. Hello. Oh, you're done, right?
Go.
Okay. So because I met my husband, my story's so much better.
Go.
I met my husband a week before he wanted to move to China, and he's a white guy. And I just broke up with my fiance of 3 years, and I was like, oh shit, I'm sad. So I met him in West Hollywood. And then he's like, I'm moving to China. I speak Chinese. So I was like, oh shit, I love you already. And then we moved to China together, and here I am, fucking 10 years later, married.
10 years later.
The guy.
Yeah, hello. And honestly, I came here and I thought that China was going to be a shithole, but let me tell you, it's not. Stop it. Get that tit out of my face.
Wow. I would say family show, but that premise is right out the window along with my money.
But let me tell you, before I got here, being Taiwanese American, I grew up with a lot of fucking Taiwanese propaganda about how China is.
Okay.
Or what they think it is.
Right.
And is nothing at all like they said it would ever be. It is Oh, let me tell you.
Well, yeah. What do you love
There's
about
like
being here?
opportunities here, and I am doing business. I love it. The people are great. Everyone's so supportive. We get to do drag, and nobody bats an eye at it. Everybody wants to take photos with us. Everyone loves us when we're in costume. Local IEs, dashus, they come up to us and they smile with their selfie. Oh, construction workers. Yes, honey. And we will post that photo. I will give you that photo.
I bet.
They love us because you know what? We bring something different.
Tibetan monks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was doing 2 years ago a show in Ramo in the Hutongs.
Yeah.
And a lot of laughter going on. 4 Tibetan monks legit walked in, said, "Oh my God, can we take a selfie with you?" And I said, "Okay, yeah, sure." They had their own cell phones, of course. Selfie galore. Posted it on Reddit, front page, because you know what? This is the China that the world does not ever see. They do not know that people here are accepting and curious, and they just want to love. And that is, I mean, that was upvoted like, I don't know, 20 million times or whatever
That's
that was.
amazing.
Front page.
Crazy.
Anyways, that's my story.
That's a good story. So yeah, why you mentioned coming here as a kid and then back in second generation? Yeah, what?
Well, the first time I came here was in 1986. My story is not as fun as theirs. It's just
Now, just in case you know, there's a serious story,
Anyways.
and then there's shenanigans, as there will be on the side. Which is fine to have shenanigans. You know, please continue.
the first time I came to Beijing was in 1986 with my parents because my father started his own company.
Okay.
I went to school here. I actually went to
For college or?
Oh no, 86.
Oh, so
I'm not that.
I was born in 86.
I was a liberal arts major. I'm not doing the math. So you did like a Gaokao school here?
I did elementary and middle school here.
What?
The first 3 years I went to Chinese school, and then I went to the Beijing International School of Beijing. ISB.
Right.
But then I got sent back to Sweden in 1993. I was sent to boarding school.
Okay.
Fancy schmancy. After I graduated from high school, I kind of flew back and forth from Sweden to China. And then I moved to London, took my makeup education, and then I moved to Denmark, took my hairdressing education. And then in 2008, I decided to come back to Beijing because I felt that if you wanted to be in China, now's the time. Everything is just developing. You have so many opportunities. And I had seen Beijing in the 80s, and it was literally 2 different cities.
Yeah.
Wow. It was unbelievable.
What was the transformation like? I mean, I've had people talk about it, so you don't have to do the whole thing. But
Well, when we
for
came-
you, what
for
was your
example-
hot take of that time versus the?
I
20
remember
years?
very well, by 86, they had finished building the Third Ring Road. Beyond the Third Ring was basically the countryside.
So we would be in like farmland.
Yes,
right now.
this is a farmland.
Yeah, I am the Fourth Ring Road. We could hit it with a rock from outside my window, and it would be the middle of nowhere.
Yep. So, it's been 10 long years now. Wow, time flies by. But I don't know. Having been here for such a long time, I started kind of developing love-hate relationship with Beijing. There are parts of Beijing that I really love, but then there are also things that I don't like so much.
Sure.
As with any country, any city.
Anywhere you live.
Exactly.
Really. But you came right at the time of the Olympics.
Yeah.
Which is why everything started
Actually,
to change.
Did you catch the Olympics? Or
No.
did you just miss it?
I actually came right after the Olympics.
Perfect.
No, because they didn't they were controlling how many foreigners they would let in.
But
I couldn't get a visa.
But you did get here.
I did afterwards.
But you had to apply. So you tried to come during the Olympics, and then no luck.
No.
I see.
I'm hoping to still live here for the next ones. Rent out of my apartment for a while.
What is it? 2022? Is that
Yeah,
the winter?
I'll just go home and rent out my apartment on Airbnb.
Very nice.
Like 20,000 kwai.
Very nice. So, what are your plans? Switching back to kind of theme. So, you have this big show on Friday, and so I think you're already oversold. So, you don't need my little humble promotion of a few thousand people, but. Tell us what's up. What's the show? What can we expect? Can we jingle balls? What's the
Can
thing?
I take this one?
Yeah,
Because please. All right, honey, listen up. We got our show Friday, 9:30 at Ramo and Lido. Thank God for Lido because they can pack us all in. We are expecting.
That's what she
Anna, though.
said.
Yeah, that's right. We
Or
have
him.
it all the time. We got
That's what you
10
say.
queens. Right? Is it 10 queens?
Yeah, how many are in your?
Not 10.
9.
So is it a gaggle? Is it a what's the?
A gaggle of queens. We'll take it. We'll take
No,
it.
we're a murder. We're definitely a murder.
Is it a quorum of queens? How's it?
A murder of queens.
So you have nine queens. Yeah, this is nothing about the show will be straight, except me when I stop.
We got 9 queens, and everyone has their specialty. So we have a bearded queen. We have a bald queen. We have our bio queen, which is biologically a woman, but she's made herself look like a drag queen, and she sings live. We have a glamour queen. We have our trashy queens. We have our hoe queen. We also have our striptease queen. We have our Russian ice queen. So, we come from all over the world. This is not your strict Chinese, drag troupe or anything like that. It's not like if you're in America, it's just a bunch of Americans doing the same act. No, we are from all over a true diverse group of queens.
Lots of different walks of life.
That's right. We come from different professions. We do, we have our own different voices and
Different vendettas.
Wow, I'm getting that picture. I'm getting that sense. So this show is already sold. I mean, so do I even put a link to the show? Or I'll end up. I mean, we're not done. Don't get the wrong impression. But so is the show already sold out?
The show is officially sold out.
So another 50 people, and then
unofficially, I'm keeping the doors open because you know what? We like it tight.
Because welcome to China. Hey.
Who doesn't like it tight?
Hey.
Yeah. So come on in. We're extra lube. We'll get you in. No problem, honey.
We'll lube you up.
Bring your own butter.
Hi, Mom. I know you love the show. This one's for you.
Hi, Mom.
Well, 80 kwai, and basically we're gonna give you a shot at the door. So open your fucking gullet, and we're gonna pull it right down because we can't wash those glasses. Then we baking cookies tomorrow. That's what we're doing, and you get a cookie. There we go.
Get a cookie and a
10
shot.
performances.
10 performances.
Yes.
That is a deal.
All right. So tell me about Lola.
Oh,
Because this is sadly sadly we're audio only, so I'll include photos you send me, but we don't have live video sadly. So tell me about Lola.
okay. Lola is the bearded queen of Beijing, but that is not what she's best known for. What she's best known for is giving you the lip sync of your life, darling. She will put on a show that you've never seen before. She may not be the most glamorous or stunning, but damn, she will knock you dead with her fucking lip sync.
Well, I think she's selling herself short. What lip sync favorites might we enjoy?
Anything any diva has ever sang in her life.
No.
Por ejemplo.
That one song with the black lady. What's her name?
Oh my god!
Wow.
Jennifer
And I'm telling
Hudson.
you.
So
And I'm telling
I've
you.
already used my "that's racist" line. I think I'm a little.
That's racist.
No,
And I'm telling you, I'm not going.
Legit black. What's her name?
That totally narrows it
Jennifer
down.
Hudson.
Jennifer
Or
Hudson.
Holland,
There we
the
go.
original.
Totally narrows it down.
You
by
only
the
got the one you do.
No.
Damn.
That's black.
Damn.
Listen. Anyways.
Okay,
moving
yeah.
on.
So you do a Jennifer Hudson song.
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
great.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask which one? As if I know.
And I'm telling you, I'm not.
I listen to
going.
Alice in
It's from
Chains.
Dreamgirls.
I have no idea.
It's her big solo from Dreamgirls.
I listen to Van Halen.
Go on, Lola.
Please,
I said
no,
it's her big solo from Dreamgirls.
This is great radio. So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
great. Solo from Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, you done?
Sweet.
Okay.
That's it. That's
Next,
all.
so
Thank you.
the best.
Thank you
Better
for
than all the other
Lola.
bitches.
Thank you for sharing.
You're
Thank you for sharing, Lola. Okay, please, and I.
All right.
I'm gonna sit back and let y'all work this out.
Crystal Decanter. Tiger Lily here. She's the mama son.
No.
of our
I'm going to
group.
talk about myself, honey.
Tiger Lily here. She's the mama son of our group. Crystal Decanter is the mother of the group.
Okay, and the distinction is.
The mama son gets us jobs.
Oh, okay.
The mother teaches the kids how it's done.
I see.
I've taught the kids here, or I've taught the girls makeup. I am going to have a hairstyling workshop.
And you have the professional. This is your.
Yes,
this is your.
I'm a
this is your
hairdresser
job.
and I'm a professional makeup artist.
And also the career. Like, she's been doing
that's-
drag longer than all of us.
Copy that. Okay.
She's older than all of us.
Please continue. Well, That's a nice way of saying you're old. We understand. I'm older than all of you. We established this off mic, so no, keep going.
Yeah, well, I'm number two. Anyways, so Crystal Decanter is very, very glamorous. She's very old school drag. And she doesn't... A lot of the girls in our group, they do slutty. Okay. I can't.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's not me. I can't.
Today on a very special Big Fish in the Middle Kingdom, Crystal gets real.
No, it's just not my style.
No,
like, I remember as a kid, like growing up, watching my mom getting ready. I would just sit next to her and watch, and she was always classy.
What do they call your mom? The dancing queen of
Dancing queen of Copenhagen.
What?
My mom grew up in Copenhagen.
Oh okay.
So she was a disco queen there.
So that's legit.
Yes. Also, I don't remember this personally, but my mom told me when I was a kid, I used to idolize Diana Ross. And she just screams diva.
Sure.
Big hair.
She looks like a drag queen.
Yeah. Thank you. And my mom said I would prance around and lip sync to her songs. And she was surprised. She was surprised when I came up to her.
I was gonna. Was it
what?
Was it a shock?
Well, she was surprised. Oh, a child! I didn't know you were gay.
Oh, how old were you when you came out?
Oh, I don't know, 20.
Okay.
Far different from my mom. She said, I always knew you were a little weird.
Yeah.
Not my mom.
My mom said I always hoped you were gay.
Oh, really?
Two lesbian
moms. When did you come out?
Everyone was different. One of my moms has known for a long time. The other one just found out with my dad last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's complicated.
No, I wouldn't ask you. No, I'm absorbing. I'm not thinking of how to follow up on that. So.
Yeah.
So, and yourself.
When did they find out?
Well, the question...
Gay porn on my fucking laptop when I went to work. I was 21.
Okay.
Came back, my dad says, hey, what is that on your computer? And I said, nothing. And I ran away. And then 5 minutes later, I said, fuck that. This is my chance. And I went back downstairs and I said, so what if I like that shit? And then he goes, what? And he started crying like fucking crazy. And my mom goes, I always knew he was a little weird. It's okay. And then I'm gay. There we go.
Oh my god, that's so good.
That's.
Oh, and now my dad's also a drag queen.
If you met his parents, it would be even better.
May we? Is that a photo that can be on the show?
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Because he showed me the best photo. I was like, yeah, my dad's like he's like a tough guy, and here's him in drag.
He's fabulous,
and he made an excellent queen, I must say. So tell me about you and your define yourself.
Tiger Lily.
Yes.
Well,
yes. Tell me about Tiger Lily.
As Crystal Decanter here said, I am the mama san, and this is the House of Lily. She is all about the branding, and she gets us the gigs, and she goes and negotiates our terms and makes sure that every venue makes sure to understand to get us drunk and paid.
In that order?
First drunk, for sure. Cool. First drunk.
Always drunk first.
Cool. Yeah. Then we do a good job. Yes. Then we get paid. And, that's it. You know, and that's what she does. Her style is slut and trash. And she leaves nothing at home. And she, brings it to the fucking show. And that's it. Yeah.
She's that hooker you saw in the ditch out back.
Wait, the dead one?
Dead. Big time dead.
Sorry, that's a little. Sorry, that's pretty dark. Yeah, Mom, I apologize for that one. So wow, how do we top the hookers? I mean, with whipped cream.
You got some because I got the tits.
Hey,
can we put it on?
Wow. Yeah, today on a very special Big Fish indeed.
I think people need to hear what that sounds like. A slapping of the tit.
I would say realistic scale of. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so hi everybody. So if you discovered me in the show through the embassy event, hi.
Hey.
Hi everybody. Hi everybody. I've got a 10-year visa, that's fine. Speaking of visas, how long do you think on a, doesn't have to be not fun, but on a slightly more serious note, how long do you see, and I can guess answers from what everybody said, but you want to talk, right? It's the interview show. How long do you see yourself being in the China? And is the China in you?
Well, I was actually planning on leaving next year but because of work-related stuff, I've decided to stay for another 2 or 3 years. So I'm going to be with the House of Lily for another 2 or 3 years. Nice. We actually have another queen who recently moved back to the UK, representing the House of Lily.
Okay. In the UK.
In the
So
UK.
you have a brand, a satellite office.
We're international.
Wow, international, y'all.
Her name is Slamey Winehouse.
We miss you, Slamey, if you hear this.
Awesome name. I'm sorry I don't have the pleasure.
And,
Well, I honestly don't have a time frame. I play it
you're enjoying
year by
being
year.
here?
I'm kind of stuck here for the time being because of student loans and
Copy that.
whatnot, you know.
Copy
I'm
that
of the generation.
in hiding. Copy that.
I'm in the generation where I got kind of screwed over.
You mean you're under 50? Oh, yeah. Understood.
Actually, I think it's even younger than that now. But in any case, I got screwed over, so I'm kind of stuck here. But I'm enjoying it, and honestly, like, I don't want to live in a Trump America. So
I just went back. I was back for work about 3 weeks ago. First time I've been back in 2 years, and I kept seeing people like, "Where you been? You haven't been around." I'm like, last time I was here, y'all fuckers elected Trump, so I was there for election week 2016.
Oh God,
I supported Bernie, so
there you go.
There you go. High five. Hey,
I campaigned from China.
Sweet. Hi, embassy friends.
Hi, Tiger Lily here, and dude, I've been on the fucking out for the last 5 years, but I'm still here. You know, I think to be successful here in China, you always got to have one foot out the door. And, you know, if you can find something that can keep you here, well, then it's worth staying here. And that's what I've been doing, you know, consistently been finding things worth keeping me here for. Mm-hmm. But, you know, let's not be naive.
Yeah.
You got to always have your backup plan. I don't have one exactly, but I know that I can at least have enough in my savings to buy a plane ticket out. And that's about it.
So, sort of last question, because this might lead to a follow-up. Best and worst parts of being here for you and being able to be yourself and do your stuff. Whoever wants to tackle it first.
Well, best part, I want to say, is that this China here is super accepting of what we do. And
For now.
no, you know,
You never know.
Well, I was going to follow up about that, actually. So, so talk about that.
As long as I've been doing drag here and, you know, been gay, which is the whole time I've been here, honestly, I've never felt personal pressure or to not be gay or to not be a drag queen. It's every time we do it, it's always been met with crazy support from the local community. You know, the foreign community that comes out here, we've never had anyone tell us that we shouldn't be doing what we're doing. And that's kind of refreshing in terms of, you know, what you can hear from back at home with people. You know, if you go out in a dress and a wig, and you might get people yelling slurs at you or whatnot.
Sure.
And that never happens here. If anything, people are always
stares.
Stare. It's fine, and you approach them and say,
Like,
"You want to take a
selfie?
photo?" And they go, "Yes, please." You know, and thank God for the selfie culture because look, I'm going to give you something to tweet about, or Instagram about, or Douyin about, or Weibo about, whatever it is,
Or WeChat about.
or WeChat about. So how did I miss that one? So yeah, you know, I love China for the opportunities it's given us, and it's allowed us to do just really whatever the hell we want. Now, yes, what we don't like about China, you know, I don't like
keeping our visas intact.
Well, I still can't read Chinese or write Chinese, and that you guys made this fucking language hard as shit. China,
Copy that.
where there's a China.
Talking to China.
I can speak it fine, but I still can't read or write it, and it's been almost 10 years here, and I've given up. That's it.
Okay, I'll go next.
Please.
For me, the best, I mean, along with what Tiger Lily said, the best would be just the friendships I've made over the 5 years. You know, you see people come and go, but the amount of relationships and friendships that I have that are going to last a lifetime are just uncountable. You know, and that's, it's, yeah.
Oh.
Yes, darling.
You're the English teacher.
And it's because I've met so many people from different walks of life and different kinds of people, different natures, different points of view, everything. And it's just like, this is the city. not even just China, Beijing specifically is the city where so many different people can come together and create just this like wholesome group, you know, like that kind of makes you not care about the small things about each other. You know, you just like, I think it's super special. Super special. I don't think you can find what you can find as far as relationships and friendships in other cities that you can find in Beijing. I think it's a different city. I think it gives you a different everything. Mm-hmm. That's my personal opinion.
Very nice.
The worst. I mean, I would have said both of the things that Tiger Lily just said, but the worst, I guess, would be like the culture clashes that I have from like my hometown, which I've mostly gotten over after 5 years. But like, there's the small things that are accepted culturally here that would never be accepted back home.
Oh,
like,
do you find yourself
like
going home and like you find yourself doing things that are cool in Beijing but not so cool back home?
I have such bad reverse culture shock, it's not even funny. I go back home and I'll like put entrails of food on the table and like just the waitress looks at me like I'm not so, like I'm the worst customer ever, and I'm just like, this is normal where I'm from.
Exactly.
Don't you have a squeegee cleaner? Like just squeegee that into a trash can? Like that doesn't happen in the US?
Don't you have a dirty mop that you can just
Exactly.
What's happening?
Wipe it on the table.
That mop in the bathroom, aren't you going to wipe the table with that? They don't do that.
Full disclosure, at my restaurants, we don't do that.
Nice.
I've seen them do it.
Wow.
How dare you?
So where do we not eat? No.
JK, Miss Thing, JK. I feel that the best thing about China is definitely it's cheaper than back home. It's very convenient. I feel you get very spoiled here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to pay, you can have an IE. You can even, which means a maid who cooks and cleans your house. You can have a driver. Some people even have a private cook. I don't have any of those.
Oh, I don't have that.
You have your husband.
Yeah, well, a husband's not
Sorry,
the
Brad.
same.
Chris, why do you have glitter all over your face, babe?
I'm sorry, I was
Sparkling.
yeah, I was doing my wig and it was a lot of glitter. Anyways, what's a queen without glitter, bitch?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel people get very spoiled here, and but one thing that I do have to keep in mind is not to take things for granted, because I know quite a lot of people who's just gotten so used to the lifestyle here. Suddenly, when they go home, they get a culture shock. They get into depression because all of a sudden they have to do everything themselves. It's not as convenient and it's not that cheap. Suddenly, they have to be the housewife and they have to suddenly clean the house, do the laundry, and yeah. That's what I like about China. What I don't like about China, I have a long list, but. I mean, I've been here many years.
Sorry, you said you wanted to stay here
It
for
comes
another
with
3 years?
age. It comes with age.
Right.
There are days when I don't like the air.
Well,
obviously.
That's because you have, lungs.
Yeah, but lungs are so overrated.
And the internet.
I mean, who needs lungs?
Yeah.
Apparently not me.
But yeah, there are just some stuff that
Gotcha.
I can't get used to. Like even after all these 17 years I've been in Beijing, people just spitting on the streets, little things that you never see back home.
How dare you judge me?
Not just spit. they make that, excuse me.
Hakalugi.
How dare you judge
they
me?
do that.
That tracks really well. I'm wearing the studio headphones as we record, so yeah.
Sorry, I
That's
do good
okay. No,
impressions.
I saw it coming. It was like, this is going to be spectacular, and it was.
I did not spit in here.
No, that was acting.
No,
That was very good.
it was
job.
just a lot.
So this is a preview of the level of acting I'm going to see if I go to the show.
Just
The level of performance.
Just wait. No, but a lot of small things.
Yeah.
And there are obviously big things as well that I don't really want to
Yeah, copy that, because we like our visas.
But as a drag queen, because we're talking about drag queens tonight, China has offered us a lot of freedom to do what we want to do. And what we really want to do is educate and bring awareness of what drag culture is. And, I'm going to hijack this show for a minute. Drag culture is not us. Stop asking us, you motherfuckers, if we want to be women. No, we do not want to be women. We are the...
It's way easier to be a
lamest
man.
men you can ever see on the street. But why do we choose to become the exaggeration and, these kinds of images of women that are not realistic? It's because we are entertainers. We want to welcome people and, make people laugh and smile and dance. And we bring a happiness and a kind of subreal, is that a word? Surreal?
Surreal.
Yeah, a kind of experience to the stage where people can get lost with us. And that comes in through our makeup and our hair and our clothes and then, our loud voices and everything
Big
that we do big. Everything we do is big, and we don't buy small tits. We buy the giant ass tits. And, our heels, we brought the heels you see.
It's no joke. It's
But also...
But
every drag queen is different and has a different agenda, a different way of thinking about us being drag queens. And I mostly agree with what Tiger Lily's saying, but I also
99%.
I'm a caricature of women because I idealize females. I realize the struggles of their life, and I take that and I want to make it something that is glamorous and amazing and just it's not me just wanting to just entertain, I have this idealizing of women, having been raised by two feminist mothers. I have this, point of having a platform to, join communities, straight people, gay people, pansexuals, lesbians, all of these people joining together because everyone fucking loves drag. Everybody loves drag. There's not a single person in this world that does not love drag.
Everyone loves a good performance.
Hearts full with hate. But,
that's what we give.
Yeah.
There's different agendas in our house, but when it comes down to it, we all just want to slay together.
And we are in no way making fun of women. What we're actually doing, we are... It's an homage to women. Yeah. The image that we create are just kind of different from reality. We do these hyper-feminine, hyper-feminized... super voluptuous creatures.
It's like the Jessica Rabbit version of the woman.
Yes!
Precisely.
It's a very good way of putting it.
And that's what we wanted to do. Is we want to bring this to China, Beijing, Greater China. We want to show that there are different forms of entertainment. And not all, cross-dressers are ladyboys. Because, we got everything. Our tits are fake, silicone, outside our body. Yeah. And so that's, what we want to tell the public. And that's our public announcement right there.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we could go to third-tier countryside cities and do a big performance for the
what's your dream for this? What's sort of the big dream with this
dreams.
One?
Honestly,
I'm
the dreaming queen of the team. I'm the one that could see myself being on RuPaul 2025,
Oh, you're not the only one. I have another one who's also...
we all have different...
Yeah.
We all have different goals and dreams, and I think most of us are living in the moment, but as far as the future goes, we all have different plans.
Please get on RuPaul so that when we go to third-tier cities here in China, that we can be we got a RuPaul
pimp
queen.
that out. Yeah, hey, we got
We already did that at the Halloween show.
You could say, as seen on the internet, hey.
Yeah, exactly. As seen on the internet.
Do they have internet there? Who knows?
Well, I did get this big scoop from Global Times Beijing. This video that they did on me and my sisters during drag show. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, well, we're getting a lot of media attention.
Yes.
Well, obviously you're here. I mean, Jesus.
Hello, the biggest one of Big Fish.
Hey.
Local media even have latched onto this drag culture that we're creating and doing a lot of vlogs and WeChat posts and interviews, and we're all over.
Yeah.
Not to toot our own tits, but God, we're gonna toot.
2 years ago, a year ago, me and another drag queen who has moved to Shanghai, We were shot by Vice. They did a documentary on us about drag in China. And ever since that documentary came out, I just feel like drag had become a lot more mainstream.
Legitimate.
Like, we actually met 2 of our queens during the opening night party of the documentary. And they're in our house now as well. And it was also... Was it before that or after that when I met you? No, that was after.
After.
Yeah.
But that was like a focal point for meeting new people and, and finding community, basically. Finding
because back then it was only him and I doing drag, because everyone else that we knew had moved. So my sister, she's moved to Shanghai now, but But back then it was just us 2 doing it, and now today we're a troupe.
Honestly, when you trace back things, usually things happen for multiple reasons. But I think most people would safely say that the reason that drag is the way it is now is because of RuPaul and her Drag Race. You know what she did to bring this to the limelight. She's been doing this since the 60s, 70s, whatever.
Yeah, RuPaul's been mainstream, I'm from the South. I'm from the South.
Late 70s.
RuPaul has been known.
Anyways.
I'm from Atlanta, which also, of course, is a very gay friendly city. But Atlanta, Savannah, Georgia, RuPaul's been famous in the South since as long as I can remember. Yeah. You know.
So she brought this mainstream, and now we're riding on the coattails of...
Thanks, RuPaul!
Thank you!
Thanks, Mama!
You heard it first. Sorry, butter her up now. Get on that show. Get some TV.
Come in China!
Get some TV. Sweet. Well, any last closing thoughts? A Friday show, big show. Might be able to squeeze you in, no pun intended.
You know what? Like, us queens, we are ready. We are on fire. I mean, we have been planning this for the past month. And we don't plan anything. I mean, come on. We're drag queens and, we like to live in the moment. But, damn, have we prepared for Friday?
A lot of hard work's been put into this.
9 queens, 10 performances. I mean, you come in...
Is there, a review at the end with everybody?
Yes. Group performance is going to be crazy.
I know what's up.
You come in and the party starts right away. Yeah. It's not your typical...
Shot at the door.
Yeah.
Shot the cookie at the door.
We are around, in the crowd the whole time.
The whole time. There's going to be a queen everywhere.
Yeah.
I'll be bartending.
Sweet.
Yeah. And it's not your typical show where
you get that industry pour with the drink. It's like a cup full of vodka.
Nonstop. It's not your typical show where you see us only on stage. We interact with you all night long. And
we also started our bi-weekly shows at Anchor Bar in Yongli Plaza, which our next show will be on December 20th, I believe.
Nice.
Every Thursday.
Every other Thursday.
And where can people find out? I'll put this in the show notes, but if you want to also, speak it with your mouths, where can people find out more about
you? We are on Instagram at House of Lily, Haus of Lily. And that's probably the best place to find us, honestly, right now.
We're organized, not that organized.
We are also doing
Side Street
every week.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesdays. RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 4 viewing party, and there will be 2 queens performing every week.
Well, sweet. Yes. Well, thank you for gracing me with your presence tonight.
Absolutely.
And next time, only thing I gotta say, more wine.
Yeah. You don't want to hear us wasted on this show.
We chugged the bottle before we got
I do have to edit this and put it out tonight. It's probably good. Thank you very much. I hope the show's awesome.
Thank you so much.